Members and Senator Limmer, as you know, in committee, I asked for your support to create a task force that will provide recommendations to address violence against our Native women and girls in Minnesota. This proposal has received significant support, not just in the House, but also in the Senate. I believe it is very important that I present to you some of the reasons for why this proposal has received significant support in our community. Native women are victims of violence at a rate of 2.5 times greater than that of any other population in our country. 1 in 3 Native women will be raped in her lifetime. 4 in 5 women will be victims of a violent assault. And in some regions in Minnesota, members, Native women are murdered at more than 10 times the national average. More than 40% of Native children experience 2 or more acts of violence by the age of 18. Members, I believe that we cannot continue to ignore our Indigenous women. There are many Indigenous women who have fallen through the cracks of history into a broken legal system that has disregarded their rights and the rights of their children for decades. And I would like to tell you tonight, members, that this is just a very small part of the tragic story. The most difficult part of this story is that most cases are unsolved cases of missing Indigenous women. The many Indigenous women and girls that we actually don't know about. These statistics only tell part of the story, but they fail to account for the devastating impact that this violence has on survivors, on Indian families, on Native communities, and Indian nations themselves. Senator Limmer, members of the committee, and members, I believe we have the obligation to resolve this issue. We need an accurate database that identifies Native women. We can't continue to pretend that these women are invisible. Members, I ask for your support of this amendment. We need to address the high rate of violence against Indigenous women in our state and our nation. We need to find ways to fill gaps in law enforcement between tribes, municipal, and federal authorities. The task force that we propose to create will help us find the appropriate methods to track and collect data and then provide the measures necessary to reduce and address violence against women. Thank you, members. Thank you, Mr. President.